What is the point of analog summing? Beside of combining signals, it provides headroom, safe zone for harmonics, transients, for loud sounds without risking clipping, which result a more dynamic, open and wide-depth three-dimensional sound. While a digital system rounds off your audio values, the analog summing technique operates with an infinitely high resolution, causing no rounding errors or digital distortions. Analog summing advantages. In the analog world, there are no zeros and ones, only voltages. These complex voltages include harmonics and other elements. Analog summings are producing harmonics, as well as saturation rounding peaks, which makes sound so-called warmer, fatter, richer. What is the headroom? Headroom is the point, the safe place, where your transients are not damaged. Headroom is how much room has your audio signal, before it starts to get compressed and distorted. Analog summing, it provides space for gentle harmonic distortion, for harmonic and non-harmonic distortions, analog nonlinearities. The Vintage Maker specially designed, dual stereo balanced, discrete summing circuit, is optimized to provide sufficient headroom, to accommodate the signals from a large number of channels, from 4 input up to 100 inputs, as well as to maintain a sufficiently low noise floor, with excellent signal-to-noise ratio. Also, thanks to the unique summing circuit design, can be left free unconnected inputs, so there is no unused, unconnected input problem. For example, if you have 8 output from your DAW interface, you can use with a 16 input mixer, without any further problems. Simply you don't need to fulfill all summing inputs. Vintage Maker circuit block diagram. Let's divide to 4 main parts the summing components. 1. Balanced inputs. 2. Passive summing circuit. 3. Active amplifier. 4. Balanced outputs. 1. Input connection type, D-sub, DB25 Tascam, TRS balanced or mixed. 2. The process of the analog summing always performs in the passive, dual stereo balanced summing network. 3. Active transformer based amplifier, like Neumann, Lawo and Filtek. 4. Output connection type, D-sub, TRS, XLR balanced or mixed. Vintage Maker summing versions. There are 3 types of summing mixers as passive rack and desktop. Active 2-in-1, both active passive. Passive summing mixer. What is a passive summing mixer? Is a summing mixer without internal amplifier. The good news here, you can use your own DAW interface, microphone preamps, or line instrument inputs, instead of an internal amp, for master record with great success without any limitations. You don't need expensive external microphone preamps, because your passive mixer will be designed for your DAW interface. Of course, your mixer it can be designed for high-range preamps like Neve, API, SSL, Avalon and so on. By prior consultation, the mixer will be designed for your sound card interface working range. The discrete passive summing system is a resistor-balanced network. It provides load isolation and improves channel-to-channel separation, beside of Headroom, which provides place for analog harmonics. How to hit analog harmonic distortion in the passive summing circuit. Simply boost up your interface sound card level, and you get some nice distortion, because you're pushing the summing inputs quite a bit over its nominal level. Turn up the volume on your audio interface, up to the point where the sound starts to distort gently, then find it the smooth gentle harmonic distortion point. When the analog sum bus is overloaded by an audio signal, it produces a rich, harmonically driven distortion, called saturation or gentle harmonic distortion. Many people don't know this, or they don't care about proper gain staging, however it is one of the most significant and important part of analog mixing. What is an active summing mixer? Is a summing mixer with internal amplifier. The active summing mixers comes with legendary vintage German transformer summing amplifiers, like Neumann, Lawo, and Filtek. The circuit design is famous and very special. They comes with dual stereo signal path, contains two mutually independent, stereo-balanced audio frequency amplifiers, with 4 Hove transformers, 2 input and 2 output transformers, designed for signal summation, harmonics creation, applied in high-quality studio mixing desks. Active amplifier types. The Neumann has 3 types as A, B, and C. A is a vintage summing amp, excellent for acoustic material. The B and C type, great for all styles. Transparent and clean, extra low noise operation, with huge harmonic content, and modern analog vibe. Excellent finisher of your final mixdown, especially when you drive it, it gives it that correct, real analog sound, with huge, fat harmonics. Lawo transformer amp, great for all styles too. Transparent and clean, extra low noise operation, with nice harmonics, great finisher of your final mixdown, punchy and clean SSL-ish overall blend. Comes with Picatron transformers. Filtek transformer amp, as known as Neumann follower, because it have similar Hove transformers like Neumann. Great for all styles too. Transparent and clean, extra low noise operation, with great harmonics. 2-in-1 active and passive summing mixer. What is the 2-in-1, both active and passive summing mixer? Is an active summing with inside amp, with passive switching option. Like you have 2 type of summing mixers in the box. A passive, and an active summing. By the active-passive mode select switch, you can use inside transformer amp in active mode. Signal from sum bus routed to the internal amp. Then, amplified return signal enabled from the internal amp, next to the insert, or to the master outs. For passive mode, power off internal amp. Then switch down both switches. Internal amp disabled. Signal from sum bus routed to the second switch. Then, routed to the master outs, next to the door interface preamps, for main record. Or routed to the insert send external preamps, then return to master outs, for main record out, and monitor out. By passive mode, you can use your door interface mic preamps. The benefits of 2-in-1 summing, different amp equals different sound character, and gives you a wide range of different color options, by different amplifiers, equalizers, compressors or limiters, or other signal processors. Why 2 switches? Dual switch keeps it clean and isolated the dual balanced stereo signal flow from input to output. Please note. Main rule on the Vintage Maker summing switches, as active or passive. Similarly on insert send return switches, or stereo to mono switches, phase invert, on off out control switches, and so on. Downstate always meaning inactive, function disabled, or bypassed. Upstate, it always means active, function enabled, or activated. Passive mode gives you the opportunity to use your door interface mic preamps, or external, outboard microphone preamps, and gives you a wide range of different color options, by different amplifiers. Please note, the 21-step gain control is inactive by passive mode. For active mode, both switches to the upper position. Active mode gives you the opportunity to use famous internal, German transformer summing amplifiers, like Neumann, Lawo, and Filtek. The 21-step gain knob is active, and controls the internal amp volume. Thanks for watching. Please visit vintagemaker.net.